Thank you for joining the media news on BCOS television. I am Ifeoluwa Olaoye. The United States Africa Command, AFRICOM, has confirmed the deployment of a small team of American troops to Nigeria. The confirmation marks the first official acknowledgement of the presence of U.S. forces in the West African country since airstrikes carried out on Christmas Day on the orders of President Donald Trump. Trump had also warned at the time that further military action could follow. There have additionally been reports that the United States has been carrying out surveillance flights over Nigeria. Speaking with newsmen, the head of U.S. Africa Command, AFRICOM, General Dagvin R.M. Anderson, said the troops were deployed after an agreement was reached between both countries. He did not, however, disclose details about the team's mission or scope of operations. Electricity consumers have been urged to remain vigilant and properly informed to avoid falling victims to scams linked to the federal government's free prepaid meter initiative, while ensuring they maintain official communication channels with Ibadan Electricity Distribution Company, IBEDC. The call was made by the regional head, IBEDC Oyo Region, Jude Eguobo, and utility consumers' rights advocate, Comrade Shadrach Akimbo-Donshe, during a discussion on federal government's free prepaid meters distribution amid recurring national grid collapse on BCOS matters arising. Our reporter, Fidora Folagboye, who monitored the program, now reports.
The federal government's free prepaid meter initiative has continued to generate public reactions, especially amid recurring national grid collapses. Stakeholders on BCOS matters arising clarified key issues, addressed misconceptions, and warned electricity consumers against falling victim to scams. Speaking on the program, the regional head IBEDC Oyo Region, Jude Eguobo, clarified that there has been widespread misinterpretation of the federal government's free prepaid meter policy, explaining that the meters are not personal property but assets of the distribution company. He stressed that both the meters and their installation are completely free, cautioning consumers against making payments to individuals. However, he noted that customers are required to clear any outstanding electricity debts.
The airwaves have been agog with all sorts of interpretations of what the Honorable Minister said. And actually what he said was right. Meters are free. You are not buying the meters, you are not purchasing the meters, because the meters are not your property. They are the properties of the discos. Now, the issue is now this. Are there costs supposed to be associated with this issue of meters? That is where the discos are coming in and saying that don't misinterpret what the minister is saying. There are still ongoing discussions about some other costs. Who will bear them? Where will the cost be pegged at? So that's the area the discos are coming from. No disco is saying that any meter being given to any customer, the customer has to make payment for it.
Also speaking, utility consumers' rights advocate, Comrade Shadrach Akimbo-Donshe, said the free prepaid meter initiative is not new, noting that meters have always been free. He raised concerns over the absence of clear contract points for accountability and questioned the restriction of the initiative to Band A and B customers. He further clarified that the frequent national grid collapse has no link to IBEDC, as the distribution company is not responsible for grid operations.
That cost has always been embedded in the tariff. I don't know, maybe you need to come out again and tell Nigeria that it is not so. And also, if you say meter is free, the second day, the disco came out to tell Nigeria that it's not the way he mentioned it. I will say we have been misinformed from either side. Because if you say something is free, and people will go there without getting it, as a minister of power, give out, even if it is 2 numbers per state of the federation that people can call. If you don't get this thing at free, please call so XYZ number for clarification. But it wasn't so. So that is the gray area I noticed.
Both speakers urged consumers to remain aware The regulatory frameworks are in place, encouraging members of the public to report any suspicious activities as reforms continue in the power sector. Fidora Afalagwe, BCOS News.
Oyo State Governor, Engineer Seyi Makinde, has expressed confidence in the judiciary to resolve the lingering legal issues affecting the People's Democratic Party, PDP, saying he believes truth and victory will ultimately prevail for the party. The governor made this known during the official commissioning of the PDP Secretariat, named after a former state chairman of the party, Chief Omokome Mustafa. Details of the event are presented by Governor's Office correspondent Olalekan Sulaiman.
It was another landmark achievement by Oyo State Governor Engineer Seyi Makinde as members of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, in Oyo State and beyond came together to commission the newly built PDP Oyo State Secretariat, named after a former chairman of the PDP in the state, Chief Omokome Mustafa. The edifice was commissioned by the national chairman of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, Dr. Kabiru Turaki, SAN, while Governor Seyi Makinde handed over the Secretariat's documents to the national chairman of the party. In his address, Oyo State Governor Engineer Seyi Makinde charged members of the PDP to remain steadfast and committed to the truth. He expressed regret over working with some party members whom he accused of betraying the PDP by aligning with the opposition during the 2023 general election.
If you see a house or a compound that is peaceful, the vagabond in that house has not grown up. The vagabond in PDP, they grew up in 2015, they had their time, and 10 years, a decade, they practice their vagabondsy in the PDP. But they have been expelled in November 2025. So no more vagabond in PDP. I came into government in 2019. And towards 2023, I was yoked with them. But now I've repented. I've not born again. But for them to hold PDP for another party to be in power, it is no, no, no.
Governor Makinde, however, reiterated his confidence in the Nigeria judiciary to resolve the lingering legal issues affecting the party, expressing optimism that the truth and victory will ultimately prevail for the PDP. In their various goodwill messages, the state chairman of the party, Honorable Dayo Ogugbenro, the Deputy National Secretary, Architect Setonji Koshedo, the PDP Southwest Chairman, Honorable Kamarudin Adishafe, former Speaker of the Oyo State House of Assembly, Senator Monsurat Sumonu, former First Lady of the State, Chief Mutiat Ladoja, and the Chairman of the State Elders Council, Chief Sakaba Logun, commended Governor Makinde for his magnanimity in delivering the new edifice. They praised the governor for revitalizing the glory of the PDP in Nigeria and urged the party members to remain steadfast and committed to the cause of the party as it works towards regaining its lost position.
To be here, if the accounting state chairman or your state chairman should not be missing. My leader, the national secretary, was happy too. All said and done, this is what we want in our state, and we want a continuation of this. Fears of the state government as well as the party. I can assure you it might be rough, and it has to be rough, but at the end of the day, there will be light after the tunnel. Your Excellency, they have said it all. The Adago of the Secretariat is here. Today we are witnessing the Oyo State Secretariat. And on behalf of the Southwest ESCOs too, well seated, dressed in their different regalia, I want to thank you. And there is no cause for any alarm about PDP or no PDP. Both at the state level and at the national level. Inshallah, the truth will prevail. Let every one of us settle our mind that there is no problem, there is green light under the tunnel, and it will come up one day, and the day very shortly.
The newly commissioned building features offices for executive members, a conference hall, power generating set, solar power facilities, and other modern amenities. Olalekan Sulaiman, BCOS News.
You can watch us on GoTV, channel 134 and channel 113 on Star Times. Now, before I go, Nigeria belongs to us all. Do everything possible to make her great. That ends the midday news. Thank you for watching. Good afternoon.
The others requesting for tickets and it's going wild. Yes!
Now you resemble your father.
In that case, I want a special order. Who is this Homo sapien?
Oh, you mean that hippopotamus? You want to spoil my children?
You're welcome to the biggest fight of the century. My name is Zayin and I'll be your commentator for this match. I'll record a song for you.
Can you even read or write?
Not be wrong guess, you be.
This na my real face.
No!
Start singing for me.
You and I will be as one.
A complicated pregnancy leads a couple to seek medical solutions. And so begins revelation upon revelation of the strangest side of human behavior.
I can't help myself anymore.
Wale Adenuga Production Super Story presents Life is a Teacher, full of action, comedy, romance, and your favorite stars: Odunlade Adekola, Rachel Oniga, Obodo Emiele, Yinka Ademo, Jide Kosoko, Livinus Nnochi, Ayo Adesoya, Dan Imwodi, Ronke Oshodiuke, Woli Arole, Chinyere Wilfred, Amechi Monago, Lanre Hassan, Tunde Adeyemo, Toyin Oshinaike, Madam Kofo, Rotimi Salami, Eric Obinna, Hadiza Abubakar, King Basi. Life is a teacher. A thriller based on true events. The more we live, the more we learn.
It's the queen of Nigerian TV cooking show, Gina Foodies and Spice.
That's me.
Throwing it down weekly for the past 11 years on over 16 television channels. The food.
Very, very delicious.
The travels.
Welcome to the land of fire. Azerbaijan.
The lifestyle and the laughter. This season.
Let's go home.
From the 6 geopolitical zones of Nigeria comes the best of Nigerian soups. Gina will be showing you.
Ẹ káàsán, a kú àtàárọ̀. Ìròyìn ọjọ́ kan rí la mú wá fún yín. Ayọ̀rìndé Ọlágòkè ló kọ mi. Àwọn ọmọ ogun ilẹ̀ Amẹ́ríkà tí ibùdó wọn ń bẹ nílẹ̀ adúláwọ̀ tí a mọ̀ sí AFRICOM ti fìdí rẹ̀ múlẹ̀ pé díẹ̀ lára àwọn ọmọ ogun ilẹ̀ Amẹ́ríkà ti gúnlẹ̀ sórílẹ̀-èdè wa Nàìjíríà. Ìfìdímúlẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ló jẹ́ nǹkan àkọ́kọ́ láti fi mọ̀ pé àwọn ọmọ ogun ilẹ̀ Amẹ́ríkà wà lórílẹ̀-èdè tó wà lápá ìwọ̀ oòrùn ilẹ̀ adúláwọ̀ látìgbà tó ti ṣe ìkọlù orí afẹ́fẹ́ ní ọjọ́ kérésì lábẹ́ àṣẹ ààrẹ Donald Trump. Ààrẹ Trump tún sọ nígbà náà pé àwọn ọmọ ogun òun tún gbé ìgbésẹ̀ míì lórí orílẹ̀-èdè yìí. Àwọn ìròyìn kan tún ṣe àfikún rẹ̀ pé ilẹ̀ Amẹ́ríkà ti ń wo bí nǹkan ṣe ń lọ lórílẹ̀-èdè wa Nàìjíríà láti orí òfurufú. Nígbà tó ń bá àwọn oníròyìn sọ̀rọ̀, adarí àwọn ọmọ ogun ilẹ̀ Amẹ́ríkà nílẹ̀ adúláwọ̀ AFRICOM ọ̀gágun Dagvin R.M. Anderson sọ pé àwọn ọmọ ogun náà ni wọ́n kó wá sílẹ̀ Nàìjíríà lẹ́yìn àdéhùn tó wà láàrin orílẹ̀-èdè méjèèjì, ṣùgbọ́n ó kọ̀ láti sọ pàtó nípa àfojúsùn àti ìṣọwọ́ṣiṣẹ́ àwọn ọmọ ogun náà. Gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ onímọ̀-ẹ̀rọ Ṣèyí Mákindé ti jẹ́jẹ́ ìgbẹ́kẹ̀lé kíkún tó ní nínú ẹ̀ka ètò ìdájọ́ láti yanjú aáwọ̀ tó wà nínú ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú PDP. Ó ní òtítọ́ àti ìṣẹ́gun yóò padà lékè fún ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú ọ̀hún. Gómìnà Mákindé sọ̀rọ̀ yìí nígbà tó ń sísọ lójú olúlé ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú PDP èyí tó wà nílùú Ìbàdàn ìtàfisọ̀rí alága tẹ́lẹ̀ fún ẹgbẹ́ òun nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ olóyè ọmọkùnrin Mustapha. Akọ̀rin iléeṣẹ́ wa Ọlálẹ́kan Sùlẹ̀mọ́n náà gbẹ̀yìn níbi ètò ọ̀hún. Ohun tó ń bọ̀ rèé lẹ́nu Dámilọ́lá Owólabí.
Àkọlé àṣeyọrí tó ń jẹ́ fún gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ onímọ̀-ẹ̀rọ Ṣèyí Mákindé pẹ̀lú bí àwọn ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú People's Democratic Party PDP nípínlẹ̀ yìí àti ní tìbútòrò orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà ṣe kórajọ láti ṣe olú ilé ẹgbẹ́ tuntun èyí tó fi sọrí alága tẹ́lẹ̀ fún ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú PDP nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ olóyè ọmọkùnrin Mustapha. Alága àpapọ̀ ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú PDP ọ̀mọ̀wé Kabiru Turaki SAN ló ṣí ilé ẹgbẹ́ náà nígbà tí gómìnà Ṣèyí Mákindé fa àwọn ìwé ilé náà lé alága àpapọ̀ lọ́wọ́. Nínú ọ̀rọ̀ rẹ̀, gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ onímọ̀-ẹ̀rọ Ṣèyí Mákindé rọ àwọn ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ pé kí wọ́n dúró ṣinṣin kí wọ́n sì di èyí tí ṣe òtítọ́ mú. Ó fẹ̀nu ọkàn hàn lórí bí àwọn ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ kan ṣe dalẹ̀ tí wọ́n sì ṣiṣẹ́ fún ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú alátakò nínú ètò ìdìbò gbogbogbò ọdún 2023. Gómìnà Mákindé túbọ̀ jẹ́jẹ́ ìgbẹ́kẹ̀lé kíkún tó ní nínú ẹ̀ka ètò ìdájọ́ láti yanjú aáwọ̀ inú ẹgbẹ́. Bákan náà ló fìrètí hàn pé òtítọ́ yóò padà lékè fún ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú PDP. Nínú ọ̀rọ̀ tọ̀tọ̀ tí wọ́n sọ, alága ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú PDP nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ọ̀gbẹ́ni Dayọ̀ Ògúngbèmíró, igbákejì akọ̀wé àpapọ̀ architect Ṣètòǹjì Kòṣóẹ̀dò, alága ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú PDP lẹ́kùn ìwọ̀ oòrùn Kamarudeen Ajíṣafẹ́, olórí ilé tẹ́lẹ̀ nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ sẹ́nitọ̀ Monsurat Sumonu, aya gómìnà tẹ́lẹ̀ nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ olóyè Mutiat Ládọjà àti alága ẹgbẹ́ àwọn àgbààgbà nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ olóyè Saka Balógun. Gbogbo wọn ni wọ́n lu gómìnà Mákindé lọ́gọ̀ ẹnu fún ilé ẹgbẹ́ tuntun náà. Wọ́n kọrin re kí gómìnà fún bí ó ṣe dá ògo ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú PDP padà nílẹ̀ yìí. Wọ́n rọ àwọn ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ pé kí wọ́n máa dúró ṣinṣin kí wọ́n sì tún ṣiṣẹ́ pọ̀ fún ìlọsíwájú ẹgbẹ́ náà kó lè padà bọ̀ sípò kó sì gba àkóso padà. Oríṣiríṣi yàrá ló wà nínú ilé ẹgbẹ́ náà. Lára rẹ̀ láti rí ọ́fíìsì, yàrá ìpàdé, ibùdó iná tó ń lo ìtànsán òòrùn àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Dámilọ́lá Owólabí ló ń ròyìn fún iléeṣẹ́ BCOS.
Àwọn aráàlú tó ń lo iná ọba ni wọ́n ti gbà níyànjú láti máa fojú sórí kí wọ́n bá bọ́ sọ́wọ́ àwọn gbájúẹ̀ tó sá sábẹ́ ojú inú mítà ọ̀fẹ́ ìtìjọba àpapọ̀ lè yí gbé kalẹ̀ kí wọ́n sì rí dájú pé wọ́n kàn sí àwọn ìlànà ìbáraẹnisọ̀rọ̀ tó jẹ́ ti àjọ IBEDC. olórí àjọ IBDC lẹ́kùn Ọ̀yọ́ Jude Eguado àti ajàfẹ́tọ̀ọ́ oníbàárà tó lóná ọba Comrade Sadrak Akébòdúsè ni wọ́n panupọ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ yìí lásìkò tí wọ́n kópa lórí ètò iléeṣẹ́ wa Matters Arising tó dá lórí mítà ọ̀fẹ́ ìtìjọba àpapọ̀ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà ń pín ní tìbútòrò àti fún àwọn èèyàn ní agbára iná ọba èyí tó dẹnu kodò sí i. Akọ̀rin iléeṣẹ́ wa Fedora Fọlágbóyè tọ́pẹ́pẹ́ ètò ọ̀hún ohun tó kù rèé lẹ́nu Olúfẹ́mi Ọ̀dẹ́kunlé.
Ojú inú ìjọba ìpapọ̀ tó dá lórí mítà ọ̀fẹ́ ni àwọn ará ìlú ti ń sọ oríṣiríṣi èrò nípa rẹ̀, pàápàá jùlọ bí ibùdó agbára iná ọba ṣe ń fi gbogbo ìgbà dẹnu kọlẹ̀. Àwọn olùkópa lórí ètò iléeṣẹ́ wa BCOS Matters Arising sọ̀rọ̀ lórí àwọn àìṣedéédé tó rọ̀ mọ́ tí wọ́n sì ṣèkìlọ̀ fún àwọn oníbàárà kí wọ́n má bàa kó sí ọwọ́ àwọn oníjìbìtì ẹ̀dá. Nígbà tí ó ń sọ̀rọ̀, olórí àjọ IBDC lẹ́kùn Ọ̀yọ́ Jude Eguado ṣe àlàyé pé àìgbọ́yé ló pọ̀ tó ń tàn kálẹ̀ nípa mítà ọ̀fẹ́ ìjọba àpapọ̀. Ó ní mítà yìí kì í ṣe dúkìá oníbàárà rárá bí kò ṣe ti iléeṣẹ́ apínná ọba. Ó tún ṣe àtẹnumọ́ rẹ̀ pé mítà tí à ń sọ yìí àti ìlànà rírí mítà ọ̀hún ló jẹ́ ọ̀fẹ́. Ó wá kí àwọn ará ìlú nílọ̀ láti má ṣe sanwó fún ẹnikẹ́ni. Bákan náà ló sọ pé ó ṣe pàtàkì kí àwọn oníbàárà kó san gbogbo gbèsè owó iná ọba tí wọ́n bá jẹ.
Mítà tí Mr. Minister sọ pé mítà ọ̀fẹ́ ni ó yẹ ká máa há mítà ọ̀fẹ́ nítòótọ́ ọ̀fẹ́ ni mítà. Nísìnyí tá a ti ń há mítà ọ̀fẹ́ fún àwọn tó wà ń bandi àti bandi lákọ̀ọ́kọ́ ó sì máa dé gbogbo àwọn bandi bandi ibọ̀ àkọ́kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ pẹ̀lú àwọn bandi àti bandi. À ń bá àwọn oníbàárà wa sọ̀rọ̀ pé ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ní gbèsè lórí postpaid bill yín afẹ́kẹ́ bá a sanwó yẹn ẹ má fún nìkankan lówó o ẹ má kó cash fẹ́ nìkankan owó kó tẹ́ bá fẹ́ san orí àkáǹtì ilẹ̀ máa sọ ọ́ sí.
Ajàfẹ́tọ̀ọ́ oníbàárà tí òun náà kópa lórí ètò Shadrach Akínbọ́dúnṣe sọ pé ìlànà pínpín mítà ọ̀fẹ́ yìí kì í ṣe ohun tuntun bẹ́ẹ̀ sì ni ọ̀fẹ́ ni ó máa ń jẹ́. Ó fi ẹ̀dùn ọkàn hàn lórí bí kò ṣe sí àkóyawọ́ tó tó lórí rẹ̀. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ló fojú láì fi wo bí ìlànà náà ṣe wà fún àwọn oníbàárà tó wà ní ìsọ̀rí band A àti band B. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ló tún ṣe lálàyé pé ibùdó agbára iná ọba tó ń fi gbogbo ìgbà dẹnu kọlẹ̀ kò ní nǹkan ṣe pẹ̀lú iléeṣẹ́ IBEDC nítorí pé iléeṣẹ́ yìí kò ní nǹkan ṣe pẹ̀lú agbára iná ọba.
Àtẹni tó ní mítà o àtẹni tí ò ní mítà o ó ń sanwó mítà ṣùgbọ́n àwọn àjọ tí ń pín náà wọn ò ń fẹ́ ká mọ̀ pé ó wà nínú tàrífù. Dẹ́nlẹ̀ yìí táwọn bẹ̀rẹ̀ ó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣàlàyé kányàn nàná ẹ̀ pé ókè o mítà asset provider wà táwọn èèyàn ti sanwó tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ o máàfù wà tó jẹ́ pé CBN ló coordinate fáwọn disco then distrep nígbà tó dẹ̀ dé then wọ́n ayẹ ká tún lọ in deep nítorí àwọn tá ń pọ̀ wọ̀nyí ọmọ àwọn disco wọ̀nyí wọn ò ṣe é pọ̀ ìdí ni pé bí mítà wọn ṣe wà ń sìn báyìí band A band B náà ń sọ wọn tẹ ní àwọn tá a ti ẹ̀ kì í lónà gan band D wọn ò consider wa ṣáà kì í ṣe èèyàn ni ó wá yẹ ká mú nọ́mbà síta pé òkè o n ta wí o tí o bá ti rí bẹ́ẹ̀ o ẹ pé nǹkan báyìí ẹ pé nọ́mbà báyìí ẹ pé nọ́mbà gbogbo ibi tẹ́mi ti rí tí information yẹn tí o fi dùn mọ́ mi nínú nìyẹn.
Àwọn méjèèjì wá rọ àwọn oníbàárà pé kí wọ́n ní òye nípa ìlànà gbogbo tó rọ̀ mọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ iná ọba kí wọ́n sì tètè fi ìròyìn ìwà ọ̀daràn tí wọ́n bá kẹ́fín tó àjọ tọ́rọ̀ kàn létí pẹ̀lú bí ètò àtúntò ṣe ń tẹ̀síwájú lẹ́ka nǹkan àmú.